Hi guys, this is the fourth video in the Avoiding Plagiarism series. Previously we had the Avoiding Plagiarism introduction video, the part 1 exercise 1 video on summarizing, and the part 2 exercise video on paraphrasing. This is the part 3 direct quoting video. If you've missed the earlier ones, please go back and view those so you're not lost. And as always, with part 1 and part 2, I had you have a pencil and paper ready during the video to work on your assignment, so it'll make things easier. So, moving along here, part 3. We're talking today about using direct quotes when giving information about an article or a source or some form of information. So, we're still working here with Eva. We're still working with the article from the part 2 video, the sumo wrestlers. And she really likes the last line of that sumo article exactly as it was written. She can't just copy it though. Right, Eva? In other words, she can't do this. When she's writing, she should not just take word for word the same information. Sumo wrestlers see their work as a great honor, which is why every day they are renewing their commitment to a tradition that is anything but simple. Now the problem is, when she says here in orange, renewing their commitment to a tradition that is anything but simple, that is word for word information from that article, and those are not her words. They're from that author, Jason Morey. Okay, so here is what she needs to do instead. Sumo wrestlers see their work as a great honor, which is why every day they are, in the words of writer Jason Morey, quote, quotation mark here, and this is exactly what she takes word for word, renewing their commitment to a tradition that is anything but simple, period. Then the last quotation mark. Note that the period is inside that last quotation mark. Very important. She gives the author credit, and she shows quotes that she took information word for word from the article with those quotation marks. Now, we're going to go back to that daily life of a sumo wrestler article, and you are going to write your own 3 sentences that explain why sumo wrestlers wait until noon to eat. Okay, and that's going to be in, I highlighted it here in the far right column, from you all the way to the word noodles, first paragraph. So we're going to read that in just a moment. On the next 2 slides, I've recopied the sumo wrestler article, and again, we're looking at this information here, and it can also be found, give you some help in the quoting section of the summarizing, paraphrasing, and quoting sheet if you get stuck. So let's go back and reread that section now. Okay, we're going to look at this section again here. You may have noticed breakfast wasn't mentioned. That's because the wrestlers have to skip it. Skipping meals slows the body's metabolism, resulting in weight gain. And most wrestlers want this. Sumo wrestling has no weight limit, so bigger players have an edge. Once they finally eat at lunchtime, the meals can be as much as 10,000 calories, mostly in the form of a stew of meat, vegetables, and noodles. So again, you're taking a moment here and you're writing a 3-sentence response that includes a direct quote saying why sumo wrestlers wait until noon to eat. So pause the video if need be, and let's work on those 3 sentences. Okay, when you're finished, go back to your 3 sentences. Check to make sure you gave credit to the author, Jason Morey. His name should be in your 3 sentences somewhere. You can also use that article title, The Daily Life of a Sumo Wrestler. If you have not done this correctly, take a moment and revise it until you have it right. You're answering the question, why sumo wrestlers wait until noon to eat. You've used the author's name, Jason Morey. You've used a direct quote with quotation marks directly from that article, word for word. Quotes, information, period, other quote. If not, go back and check this. Now, your next step, as in with part 1 and part 2, your part 3 assignment is another formal email. You're going to take those 3 sentences, direct quoted with the information about sumo wrestlers' eating habits. You're going to write a formal email to me. This should be your 3rd one, and I'm hoping they get better every time you send them. So again, I posted my example for you to follow, but again, you were writing about sumo wrestlers. So, as the example here, your formal email to me, you're sending it to me at shall@carok12.org. Your name, your email address goes here. Your subject should be Part 3, Sumo Wrestling or Sumo Wrestling Direct Quote. Greeting, a full line of space left to right. Sentence telling me what you're writing. This is my formal email about sumo wrestling and eating habits for Part 3. And then here's where you're going to give me the 3 sentences. Make sure you use your quoted information correctly. You mention the author, your reasons why they're waiting until noon to eat, full line of space, closing, thanks, have a good day, see you later, that sort of thing, and then your first and last name. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. You can email me questions, you can see me in class, either or. And this assignment will be posted on Google Classroom. That's it. Thanks, guys.